So we are done with the holiday of Pesach, Passover, and two things are taking place during a period of time right after Passover in preparation to the coming holiday, the holiday of Shavuot, the holiday where we celebrate the receiving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. One of the customs is that we learn the Mishnah, the Talmud, ethics of our fathers, the Pirkei Avot. There are 6 chapters. There is 6 Shabbos between Pesach and Shavuot. So we every week 1 chapter. Another custom, tradition, halacha, mitzvah, actually, is the counting of the Omer for 49 days between the starting the second day of Pesach and ending right before Shavuot, the last day before the holiday of Shavuos. 49 days. There are 6 weeks between Pesach and Shavuos, and the 1 week of the Omer is during the last 7 days of Pesach. This week we're reading in the Torah about Parashas Acharei, where in the Parsha there is a lot of restrictions and prohibitions dealing with negative and with things that we need to get rid of, as the scapegoat of Yom Kippur, prohibited food that we're not allowed to eat, like blood, etc., and as well as prohibited relationships. What is the connection between all these 3 coming together right after Pesach? The connection is very simple. Pesach, we celebrate the Exodus, going out of slavery. That doesn't mean that we know now what to do because we're free, because we live in a free world, democracy. It means that everything could go. The Torah says no. Up until now we were slaves. We were told what to do and what not to do. Now we have freedom. We still, and only now, we need to start learning in knowing what is right and what is wrong. Certain things are absolute no and absolute evil, and we have no way of transforming them into positive and holiness, while other items which are mundane, ethics, good behaviors, good manners, sometimes those good manners could be done in a bad way. They could be sometimes taken out of context and not in the right place. This is where the ethics of our fathers is coming in Pirkei Avot, which is teaching us what ethics are Moshe Kibel Torah Misinai, what ethics did Moses receive from Sinai, what is right and what is wrong. And the same is, this is the role and the goal of Sfirat HaOmer, Kedei letaharenu miklipotenu mitumotenu, as we say in the prayer when we count the Omer every night. Every night when we count the Omer, it corresponds to a certain part of our life, to a certain emotion, to a certain sphira, midah, within our life that we need to work on it to make it better, to make it perfect, more perfect, in refining ourselves, getting ready to receive the Torah. And the lesson is very simple. We find ourselves in a world where sometimes we wonder, how could people who are academic, who are knowledgeable, professors, university students and faculty, how could they not see common sense of what is right and what is wrong? Who is interested in life and who is interested in destruction? Who is godly and who is evil? We live in a world that is very confusing, where darkness is seen many times as light, and where light is seen many times as darkness. We see it in our youth, we see it in ourselves, we see it in our society as a whole. How is it possible? The answer is because we take freedom in its literal or superficial, actually, superficial way of looking at freedom, free for all, a world that is free for all. The world is not a jungle, and the world is not free for all. There are laws in the Torah, and if we do not follow the Torah, then wisdom and our brains could be misled very, very easy by emotions, feelings, evil, fashion, and so on. So it's of utmost importance to learn Moshe Kibel Torah Misinai, even ethics. If we want to know what is ethical and what is not ethical, the only way to know it, the only way to follow it is Torah. The Torah is Chayenu ve'orech Yamenu. Torah is Torah Chesed. The Torah is teaching what is right and what is wrong. And yes, many times we could ask ourselves, and is the Torah absolute chesed, absolute kindness? And there cannot be kindness without Torah? Food for thought, perhaps no. Perhaps there cannot be ethics without Torah, and there cannot be ultimate and the right choice of choosing right from wrong, good from evil, and know when to say no to evil and when we could negotiate and transform someone that is not good into good. That takes Torah, the fine line, the godly message in this world, the godly intervention in this world, the godly masterpiece of Torah in this world, who is guiding us, this yes and this no. Parsha of the week, ethics of our fathers, and counting of the Omer, all in one, in setting the foundations in the right direction. Please look into it a little bit more, discuss it with the families, with your friends, and let's find out what does the Torah have to offer in this crazy world we live in. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom.